I'm going to get involved with the Texans. I think they win the division here on the road, and that also would come with a pretty big upset on the bottom of the screen there with the Titans and Ryan Tannehill at home.
We've got a squad ride sweep. Let's fucking go, boys.
How about that?
How about the Magic? So, Ron, we'll be seeing, brother. You were a terrible coach. We are in the same spot now that we were in 4 years ago. If not, maybe even worse. All right. And then, yes, a Five Guys bang. How about the Jets? 200 to win $2,200. What do you say?
I'll tell you what this screams to me. Like, I think Corum still gets his yards, but this square screams to me there's going to be a big run early in the game from Michigan, and you're going to look up and be like, oh, surely it's Corum. No, it's probably going to be Donovan Edwards. What is that?
Dang.
Is that from
bro,
your
I don't
camera?
know. These TikTok cameras, bro. They be getting me. Yeah, there it is. Squad rides are perfect in the new year. Let's fucking go. What's going on, ladies and gents? Happy BTL Friday, episode 402 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by SeatGeek. If you guys are going to the games this weekend, if you're maybe thinking about buying some Super Bowl tickets, go look at SeatGeek, okay? The cheapest tickets on there, low fees, all right? Very clean app, and you can use promo code BOOKITS for $20 off your first purchase. I don't know why you wouldn't use it. Go get a free beer or two, depending on where you're at, or if you're going to Capital One Arena tonight like I am, go get a half a beer for free because that's about how much that covers. Okay. Javon, the squad ride hits. Once again, that's all that matters in life. Okay. When the squad ride hits, everything remains calm and life moves on. Okay. Get that train rolling. Love that, Goots. The rest of the plays, not our best work. All right. The slate was loose. It is what it is. But we're here and we're back for some more winners for the people on this Friday. Are you excited for this slate? Is it much better than yesterday? Because I'll tell you right now, it doesn't look too good to me.
No. I mean, the units weren't deployed all that much yesterday, and I really don't plan on doing it today either, but still got a job to do here.
Some could say that's soft. Some could say that's smart. I'll let chat decide that one. We've got plenty to hop into and go over there before we hit the card, Javon. Let's go ahead and cut the shit and recap the squad ride. Show me that graphic. Show me the green check marks. A little bit triggered the Ubray's on there, but that's okay. We got an over bang. That first quarter.
Ubray did his job.
Did Ubray come through and do his job?
Yeah, he had like 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote that puppy off.
Yeah.
Wow. It was actually Billada who went over his PRA. We're going to have to talk about that when we get the prize pick squares up. But okay, Kelly Oubre, go off, King. Sure he can. I mean, Javon, I texted you about halfway through the first quarter, which, by the way, is a no-no, and I shouldn't do that anymore, but I was so excited. The points were flowing. It was, an absolute overs dream, okay? And then it slowed down a little bit towards the middle of the game and at the end, but you know what? Never in doubt. We smacked the over. That's all that matters. Green check mark. We miss. Great play, Javon. Great play. Dubs. Let's move on to the prize picks entries. Okay, the prize picks cake. Javante Hawkins, I mean, FIU was probably, if you could pick the worst bet of yesterday, that was probably it. It happens.
I don't know about yesterday. That's just the worst bet of maybe the season on FIU.
Might be the worst bet of all time. People are talking. But you know what? It happens. All right, we moved. It wasn't the squad rides, but it was never Hawkins. Caleb Love assist was free. Great call there. But Jordan Clarkson ended with 1. Shocker. That guy disrespects coins. It's not even that he doesn't respect them. He disrespects coins.
He does. I've never seen, between the last game we took him in that game, I've never seen so many open threes missed. Just everything you want. You just ask.
I mean, I'd rather him go, 0 for 2 from 3 and it just be a bad read and not have him shoot 10 and miss all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brutal beats. It is what it is. But you know
ending
what?
Was crazy too. Like they're drawing up plays for him and he was getting fouled, because obviously they should, but just jack the ball up, man. We need it at this point.
I mean, I guess. I don't know what the heck he was doing, but he wasn't putting the ball in hoop from deep. I'll tell you that much. We know that. No, he certainly was not. Okay. Let's groove on to the prize picks entries. We'll talk through these. Oubre did his job, like you said, Javon. It was Billada who went way over his PRA. Was it everything? It wasn't like if we just took his points, we would have been, in business, right? I'm assuming he sold over that as well.
It was his points that got him there, pretty much.
Okay. So it didn't matter. It was cake anyways. And Mogba was a great play. He went over his fantasy score. W's. But a 2 out of 3 doesn't do much for the people. And then the B team entry was even more cake. The only one that hit was Caleb Love. So not our best work. All right, we're going to get you guys right with some prize picks today. We're going to get you guys right with some prize picks this weekend. Don't you worry, especially with college basketball. I mean, the slate tomorrow is glorious. Hopefully some of the lines have come out towards the end of the show today. Maybe we can talk about them a little bit. But either way, Javon, we have to get the people some prize picks winners this weekend. College basketball, NBA. We're going to have to get in the fucking lap. Plain and simple.
Yeah, this is the first time we because we usually have pretty mid Friday slates, but we don't have a preview for stuff this weekend unless we're betting on what the NHL skills competition in the Pro Bowl. So we're gonna
not have a choice.
Hopefully, some lines drop for CBB because we need those because we ain't going over shit today.
Sure. We got subbies galore. Cannot forget shouting out the GOATs on this Friday. You guys know BTL Fridays are the best days. We got back to Malik coming in hot, resubbing for 15 months. We got a hype train, folks. Len Baum giving out a subby. We got Fluffy Bears resubbing 13 months. Let's go, Fluff. Sure he can. Sure he can. We got Ron, of course, coming in, giving a sub out to the people. Ron is just a man of the people. Plain and simple. Ron, think about running for office. You got my vote. Okay. We got Brock as well, resubbing for 6 months. W. Brock. All right. The boys are buzzing today, Javon. Love to see it.
There we go.
Let's go over the Sharp report from yesterday. It was not great. Gosh, it was bad. Okay. Nebraska, believable comeback. Not anything Tominaga, I'll tell you that much. And then Queens outright. Sure, we can talk about that here in a second.
Dude.
Not our best work on the straight.
Can't catch a break on Queens, bro. That's insane.
Right.
Insane, dude.
Right. Putting Queens ML in the king of the board. Why don't we go ahead and show that real quick too and give you guys the update because I'm not fucking leaving. Okay, I didn't hear no bell. All right, Javon, the South Park meme of Randy, fucking other parent in the crowd during the baseball game. I didn't hear no bell. All right, I'm not giving up. All right, I'm fucking standing my ground. I'm trying to defend my throne. Okay, and I showed some serious heart yesterday, getting back to almost even. Javon, you are a couple units up on me. It's going to come down to if you hit a bet or not today. And look, Goots was making some jokes in the group chat yesterday, and I was literally laughing out loud at him, talking about whatever the fuck goes in that square. Ain't it?
Probably not. Probably not.
Auto fade. You might have to fade yourself.
I might, honestly.
The opposite of what you like.
I was going to make some Kraken jokes, but I held off on those.
I mean, yeah. We were in this position last week. Same deal. And
Let's see how it plays out. Javon is due. Yes, Corbin Burns. Goots. Can we get a Goots comment about Corbin Burns coming over? Insane trade already, a week in to new ownership.
So Ravens lose. Angelo sells the Orioles. Mike McDonald to Seattle. Zach Orr named DC. Mark Andrews saves a life. And then the Orioles trade for a bona fide ace. So a lot of mixed emotions, but if you just it's a great day. It's a great day.
Yeah. 100%. They're turning it around. I mean, look, that Ravens loss must have hurt so bad that a Baltimore fan literally bought the Orioles and started making trades and making moves.
Yeah.
He was hurt so bad. So
I don't know if you saw the clip, but former Maryland governor Larry Hogan asked the new owner like years ago. He was like, maybe you should buy the Orioles. And he's like, maybe I will if they sell it. And he goes ahead and buys it. So thank you, Larry Hogan.
W. Larry Hogan. Good man. Yeah. I've met him before, actually.
Yes.
A beast from Maryland, as always, as everybody is. But yes, Corbin Burns. I mean, look, making moves already. This goes to show you how important ownership is in baseball, okay? Because you can have owners like the Nats right now who are pretty much just waiting for a buyer and not actually doing shit and ruining the team. Or you can have a guy who's just starving to see some wins for his hometown squad, like the new Orioles owner who's coming in, was probably a little bit hurt from the Ravens loss, and said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to find somehow, some way to get Baltimore a ring, whether it's baseball, whether it's football, whatever the fuck it is. Let's go out and get one of the best pitchers on the market, Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
Welcome to Baltimore,
got it
buddy.
For nothing.
Yeah, literally.
Insane.
Joey Ortiz, DL Hall, and a draft pick. So, like, it's
Joey Ortiz sucks. So he sucks. He can't hit. And like,
I think that the Brewers definitely like one of them a lot.
Oh, they definitely like DL Hall. DL Hall is respectable if he can somewhat stay healthy.
He's a bullpen arm.
Yeah, I mean they're
And
trading
that
a
doesn't
guy.
check out for me though. DL Hall, I've seen that guy pitch. He stinks. That guy gets destroyed every time he goes in there. He's lost his job as a spot starter for the O's.
Well,
Like he's
You
bad.
gotta think too, because DL Hall, the stuff's at least there, and the Brewers pitching, they're like a mini Rays. It's like they'll get something.
Maybe they'll
out of
tweak
it.
him up a little bit.
Also,
Yeah.
the Brewers seem to always have this trade philosophy. It's like our guys get old, let's just sip them off. Like for
It's also like, I mean, Corbin Burns. I assume the Orioles are not trading for him unless there's some inkling they're going to re-sign him. But
re-sign him.
it's a rental for a guy who didn't want to be there. So like they can't really ask too much for Corbin Burns. But I still feel like they could have gotten a little more. First round pick helps out.
But I also think it's good for both organizations because Joey Ortiz might not get that much playing time, and now he might. Because I'm hearing that Willie Adames could be on the move or something. So,
see,
I mean, look, if the O's are making a move like this right off the rip 1 weekend, I know the season and spring training is starting up soon, but I mean, there's a lot of great names still out there on the markets. It wouldn't shock me if they go out and get another guy. It really wouldn't.
People are going to want to call us because of our farm system. They're going to want our guy.
This is something that we have never seen from the Orioles because their ownership has been very conservative. We know they're not as loaded as the rest. We know they don't spend as much as the rest. They're homegrown. And that's what makes the Orioles so special. When they're good, you got to respect the shit out of it. But it's good to see the new owners come in and make moves as quickly. And I would not be surprised if they made another move. And there's a lot of great free agents still on the market. Let's see what happens. Right now, the Orioles, I mean, look, Javon and Goots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have the tied fifth shortest odds to win the World Series with the defending champion Texas Rangers, both at plus 1,200 to win the World Series. It goes Dodgers plus 350. Sure, that'll hit. Atlanta Braves plus 550. And they might have a chance, but that's no value there. Come on, give me a break. Houston plus 800. They're always hanging around. The Yankees plus 900. I mean, you might as well go and just give money to a homeless person because that's a better use of it. And then it's the Rangers and Orioles plus 1,200. They skyrocketed back up the odds after this move. And you know what? For good reason, because now they have an anchor in their rotation. The Orioles, watch out. The AL East in piss. I mean, the Yankees are caked. This is a W. Let's go, boys.
Put teams on notice.
Love to see it. All right, let's move. Sure. Let's groove. Let's go to the BTL Sharp Report recap here. Let's pull that up real quick. Once again, I want to make sure we covered all those games. And then we're going to go into the Steam Crabs. But, Caleb Love assist. That was the only one that hit for Javon. That's okay. We're going to bounce back today with winners. Abilene Christian lost an OT. They have 0 hearts.
Dude, that game
never
was
going to bounce again. They stink. The Towson Northeastern under was a terrible wager. They both turned into NBA teams. Towson might win that conference. They're legit. They're like that. They're underrated. They're playing like UNC is, where they should have been good last year. They weren't, and they're out for blood even without their stars. So watch out for Towson this year in conference. Okay, and Queens outright. Queens played for the first time last night, like they did all last season. And I know they lost Kenny Dye, the star point guard who had no business being at Queens in the first place, could have been playing Power 5. But they lost him, and it took them a while to find a good ball handler. I think they finally did last night in this Cash kid. I don't know if you guys got to watch him, but the freshman absolutely balled. They ended up having to bench one of the starting guards for him down the stretch because he was playing so well they couldn't take him out. So Queens is back. Good to see them win outright and keep me in it for King of the Boards. All right. But it can't all be good stuff. All right. Goots, real quick, run that shit. I'm trying to get mad. I don't know what is going on. Somebody tell me. Straight up. I don't know what's going on here. Javon. I mean, I just assumed and figured that we're bringing in Dan Quinn, who doesn't know a lick about offense, and EB was already in the picture to stay, and maybe he was even involved in the decision. And now we're seeing tweets from respected people like Jeremy Fowler talking about the Commanders not only looking for other options, but looking at Chip Kelly. What are we doing? Are you kidding me? I thought he was the worst of the worst yesterday when I found out Baldy was coming to town. Now they're thinking about bringing in Chip Kelly, who's been a failed coach more often than he's succeeded. Are you kidding me? Javon, talk me off the ledge, dude. What is going on?
Yeah, I really couldn't tell you. I really don't know why. It's just like Chip Kelly in the NFL, another guy who, like, organizationally, if you want some kind of structure there and something the players will respond well to. That's like one of the noted coaches that didn't work out for that exact reason. So to bring him in as an OC is surely an interesting move, other than the fact that he is surely past his prime as an OC and a play caller. But I don't know. Once they brought in Dan Quinn, I figured Bieniemy was not coming back because I figured he would not be very happy that job wouldn't go to him or be offered to him the second that opening was available from Ron Rivera. But I don't know where he's going to go now. But yeah, Chip Kelly with whoever the hell your quarterback in that offense is going to be next year. That should be fun.
So do not disagree with anything you just said. Everything you just said is probably correct. What I'm confused about is, when Ron, made his way out, walking off into the sunset, whatever, I kind of assumed if anybody else was leaving, that would have been the time. And I figured EB, and not hearing anything and him still being there, that he was going to be here for the long haul. Maybe he thought he was going to get the head coaching job. I don't even know if they gave him a real interview for it. And that could have been an issue as well. But the fact that I haven't heard anything, a peep, about Bieniemy in the last couple of weeks, I'm going to give out not so hard of a take here. I think he's going back to the Chiefs. I have a feeling he's sitting back waiting right now saying, you know what, I fucked up. Everyone was telling me I couldn't do it on my own. Everyone was telling me, you're only good because of Andy Reid. It got to my head. I left. I had to prove myself, and I wasn't ready. And I'm not that guy. And I need to come home. Plain and simple. The fact that I haven't heard a single lick out of anything from EB or what's going on in the situation tells me he's waiting to see what happens, this coming Sunday. Excuse me, this next Sunday in the Super Bowl. And he's waiting out to see, when the Chiefs season ends. So maybe he's going back. I don't know. Maybe he's going back to, take over for Andy Reid at some point. I don't know. But I'd be willing to bet that Eric Bieniemy is heading back to Kansas City after the Super Bowl. That's my prediction.
Okay. I can see that.
See how it plays out. All right. Let's move and groove. All right. Look, I wish I could get more mad. I wish I could give you guys more, but at this point, I'm just absolutely emotionally drained from this team. And I think you guys can probably understand at this point. Okay. We got a hype train level 2 completing. All right, guys. Enough talking about EB. All right. Let's hop into the BTL Shark Report for today. Why not us? All right, Javon, 10 plays, 10 winners. We need to step it up. Rumor has it the logos are incorrect for Niagara and St. Peter's. Looks like those are the logos from yesterday's terrible bet for Towson in that under. So let's hope it doesn't carry those same vibes. But guys, that is Niagara and St. Peter's under 133.5. Northeastern and Towson obviously don't play today. They did yesterday. So, bet accordingly. Okay, we'll go ahead and hop into these plays. I'm going to start it off with a nasty one in CVB. Take me to Manhattan. This Manhattan team, this Manhattan program, toxic to say the least. Weird coaching stuff going on over the last couple of years. We know Goots' guy on Arizona State, so I keep fading Perez. He came from Manhattan. He was a bucket there. Great. Here's the deal, though, Javon. Quinnipiac. I've got a grudge with these boys, okay? The Bobcats, they're sitting at 16-4, all right? I've watched them play. They are not a 16-4 team. Are you kidding me? They're not that anything special. They've gotten away with murder throughout the season. They're one of the luckiest teams in college basketball. They don't have a guy. They don't have size. They don't play defense. They're lucky as shit. They're in a terrible conference. They've gotten away with it up to this point. Manhattan, they're terrible. We know that, okay? But Manhattan turned their season around potentially if they can make it 2 in a row against Quinnipiac at home in this spot. They might have turned their season around with an outright win against Niagara on the road in their last game. It's now or never for this Manhattan squad that has been underperforming all season. And I'm going to take one more stat. I'm going to give the Jaspers one more chance to show some heart and not only win this game outright. All right, that'd be nice. And I do assume that they probably will if they cover, kind of like Queens yesterday. That's why I gave out that ML. But I'm going to take my chances with the plus 6.5. It's too many points. These teams trending in different directions. I'm predicting after this game ends.
Sure, Ahmed. And yes, chat. Clearly, Capella is not getting 10 assists. It's rebounds. It's your brains. But I'm with that. I was debating adding that to the card when I was looking through the games. But I have one play up there that's probably one tier above pretty much everything else on the card, confidence-wise. So I don't know what I'll be locking in, surely, out of the rest of the board here. But can tell you I'll be on this Raptors-Rockets over. Because this total is, again, kind of the one just like the squad ride last night. The one total that I guess stands out on the board, which the Rockets and Raptors are certainly two teams that don't inspire any confidence offensively, and especially with the Rockets at home, whenever you see a total move up this much with how good their defense has been at home. It's taken a little bit of a dip recently, but part of that's just the teams that they're playing at home recently. But total moved up 3 points from the opener. The Raptors are also missing a couple of guys offensively, including I think there's 3 guys questionable for them, including Quickly. So they're a little depleted right now, and we see this total rise with as well as these teams have been playing defensively as of late. So this is definitely the one that sticks out the most on the board. So I'll be taking this over.
All right. Toronto, Houston, over 231.5. Chat. If Javon's telling you about an NBA over, you better be listening, okay? Because those have been printing for the squad rats recently, okay? Let's take you back to CBB, all right, the GOAT. And let's take you to one of the nastiest plays of the day. But if you look into it, if you dive into it, is it really that nasty, Javon? This Yale team might be like that. This Yale team is fucking nuts. This Yale team is on fire right now. I don't see anybody getting in their way. And just seeing Princeton as a dog is hilarious in conference with how dominant they've been over the years. And sure, we've seen this before against Yale. Okay, the last time these guys played around this time at the end of last season, Princeton was around a +3 dog, and they won outright at Yale, 74-65. Well, I'm willing to bet history does not repeat itself. If it did, it'd be way much easier to fucking bet. I'll tell you that much. And Vegas wouldn't be as shiny as it was. I think Yale gets some revenge here. And I think this is Yale's season. Last year was Princeton's season. All right, give me the other Ivy. Give me Yale. This team is an absolute wagon. They're the hottest team in this conference by far. They have won and covered 5 games in a row, and they are not slowing down anytime soon. They're coming off a big-time win on the road against Hartford. And before that, they beat Dartmouth on the road. Nobody's stopping Yale right now. And seeing that line continuously move up from 2.5 to 3.5 is a great sign for the Bulldogs. Lay it with the spread at home. Okay, they're either going to lose this game outright or cover the spread. I'm not getting cute with an ML here. All right, lay it with Yale.
Yeah, I'll be maybe or maybe not rooting you on with that one. I will not be fading Xavier Lee in the slightest. Can't do it. It's my go.
Understandable. Xavier Lee is unbelievable. But you know who else is really good? This Wolf kid who's been grinding in the offseason. Okay, the kid, he's a sophomore. He's 7 feet tall. I heard them talking about it earlier on in the season when I bet on this team. He put in some insane work overseas this offseason, and it has shown. And he's the best player right now in this conference. He's unbelievable. He's unguardable. Okay, they haven't had a 7-foot guy who can shoot and move like this, I don't think, ever in the Ivy League, and he is a cheat code. Nobody on Princeton could cover him. Let's see them try tonight. I'd be very curious. I know fading Princeton is a death wish. I know what I'm signing up for. I don't blame you at all for sitting on the sidelines, but you can't be betting Princeton in this spot. Come on now. As cool as Xavier Lee is, he's a dog. As good as Princeton is, as much as they respect coins, that's not a nasty play.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Come on. I understand sitting back and not wanting to lay it with Yale. I understand not wanting to fade Princeton. Okay, that's responsible. That team just covers and wins. They're fucking unbelievable. They're really well coached. But have they seen Danny Wolf? Not this one. Not this version of him. He's about to go nuts. Nobody can cover him on this team. He's a 7-foot guard. He's got enough handles. Maybe not a guard. Just woke up. Has FIU come out of the locker room yet? Heard Louisiana Tech has an extended shoot-around. Yeah, Riley, let me know when that one tips off, brother.
Still on the way to Ruston, man. Surely.
All right. Speaking of Buffalo, can you stop tagging me in Wingnuts videos, dude? I'm going to eat my freaking arm off.
Dude, it's just the one. They're dropping some new shit, man. They got new flavors coming out. They're teasing me. It came up on my feed like 1,400 times. So I was like, damn, might have to make a trip back.
I mean, dude, I'm thinking of any excuse to get back up there.
Literally any excuse. Man. Might have to.
Jeremy Perry, Saber's dad. Is that his nickname? You got any room up there? You got a couch I can crash on if I come up there every once in a while? I mean, they're just unbelievable. And that picture doesn't even do the Wings justice. And it looks like they got, not G-Unit style, but they got sides. They got, other entrees. They got whatever you want. You name it, they got it. All right? Insane. We need to get back up there, bro. We didn't eat enough.
Certainly.
We might need to just go up there and have like a wing eating contest. That might be the only way we can do content and reasonably agree to eat as many as possible until we get sick.
That's fair. Man.
All right, let's move. Let's groove. Get these wings off my TV before I eat my arm off. Buffalo +9, huh? That one was looking at me funny, Javon.
Yeah, I mean, it's a disgusting play. They've been pretty obviously god awful this year. I think they have 2 wins on the season, and they've been, for the most part of the season, or at least the conference season, non-competitive. They've started to get a little healthier, and it hasn't really shown itself yet because they've gotten a little healthier size-wise. Like before this, I guess, last week and a half, they've been playing with a bunch of guards, really, so they're super undersized. Now that they have a couple of guys back, they're getting healthier, and now they're playing a team who's a little undersized, which is big for them in Kent State. So, like, they're not going to have to shoot their way out of every single game, which has contributed to them getting destroyed in really, I don't know, 90% of the games they've played this season. Just like Ohio, where they had to chuck up, 28 threes in a game where they really had no business doing that against a better 3-point defense on the road. And look how that ended. They got busted by 21. So now they have a little better of a matchup. We have Kent State coming in, who is going on the road where they haven't been fantastic. And like I said, they're a little bit undersized. Like they really don't have a true rebounding threat that scares the shit out of you, which not the Buffalo has Shaq coming out of retirement, but Claron Hornbeek does not scare me. 6'9", but he's not really a force on the boards, and really at every position they're not big. So if Buffalo can use that to their advantage, I think it's going to be a closer game than you'd expect. So plugging my nose, taking the Bulls.
Look, man, I've been waiting for this Buffalo team to play a little bit better. They're not this bad. I'm with you. Let's hope they get right at home. They don't got to win. Just keep it within 10. All right. No. Goods. I do want to get pissed off and W Fat Girls. We're going to need to go over this towards the end. We're going to need to go over this towards the end, but we need to get people winners for today first because that matters. But I'm going to need to get mad towards the end of the show with this, okay? So get that ready, get that primed, get that loose, get that dusted off because we're going to have to fucking roast Taylor Swift and all this bullshit. Straight up. She's literally ruined the Super Bowl. I want that on record. She's ruined the Super Bowl. Am I biased because the tickets are so expensive that now I can't go? Yes. I'm completely biased. And is it because of Taylor Swift? I don't know, but I'm going to blame it and act like it is. Okay. Let's move. Let's groove.
It's all right. Literally, it's named for the Swifties. That's what the tab is named.
Dude.
Yep. I'm never placing a bet on that book ever again. Not giving them any more of my money. Except when I absolutely sting them for everything they've got on the less than's fading the T-Swift props. Okay. Let's get back to biz here. Let me take you to St. Pete's. Let me take you to Niagara. Okay. Do not be fooled by those pictures. You guys know that's not Niagara and St. Pete's profile picture. You know St. Pete's has the peacock. Okay, grow up. Don't freak out. That's from yesterday. The play matters more.
GG.
Crowd's muted.
Wow.
10 force.
Literally Martians. Unreal. Books know that St. Peter's under is heading. Well, he's potentially fixing that. I'll go to my play, talk about that, which I am betting against potentially. This is one I'm going to wait to see what the deal is exactly and how this one moves because I don't bet against big line moves and sharp games like in theory like this as far as totals go in the NBA. And yeah, Swifty's got grabs the second he started mentioning the DK special. So GG for him there. But like I said, the under would be the play in every single fashion in this game, not just because they did just play when the Magic a couple weeks ago were not as healthy, so no Franz, and it was really just that team that was Paolo Banchero and everybody else. Crabs, you back? Potentials?
Back. Sure.
There we go. So they did play just recently, and it was before the Magic got healthy and had everybody back, so not the full cast of Magic teams. That game soared under. So like in theory, lower total when they're a little healthier would make sense as far as the angles we take to go with the under here because it's a little lower. I don't think that's the case though, because it still looks like the most obvious under on the board. And I do think with Franz back and Paolo back, they're facilitating the offense a little better than that game. That game also, I guess if you look at the T-Wolves side, Cat was fantastic, which I don't think is going to be how the T-Wolves are going to be able to sustain offense and win in this game. And Edwards is like sick during that game, which was weird for that couple of games. So he wasn't effective. He also had a little duplicate square up for his threes on a prize pick. So maybe he tweaks a little bit there, which would be very uncharacteristic of the Magic. But I do think the offense is going to have to flow a little bit more through him, which is good for points. And then same on the other side here. Like the T-Wolves defense has been really, really good, but they've also been scoring a lot more at home, which that game, first game around really doesn't represent that, like I said, because of the cast that they're facing on the Magic side. But Their offense has been better than people realize at home. The Magic defense, I think, is starting to get a little overvalued, especially when they go on the road against a little better teams. So, like, this is easily the game that would tell you there is no chance this game breaks 200. So I'm going to wait to see exactly where this line moves because it's already ticked down a pretty good bit, and I can tell you I know exactly why. But I'm going the other way.
Okay. Taking the over. You could call that a contrarian over. I think that's the lowest total of the day in the NBA between Orlando and Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go back to my play that I think the books tried to get me to not give you guys. Maybe it's a winner. Niagara, St. Pete's, under 133.5. Okay. Look, Niagara has been an absolute over wagon this season. Best team on the overs this year. 15-4-1 to the over this season. Niagara is insane. Okay. They could shoot a little bit. All right. And they're not the slowest team out there. But St. Pete's, look, this might not be the same St. Pete's team with Shaheen Holloway and that whole, dynasty squad that made a crazy run and was maybe one of the coolest stories in sports over the last 5 years. But that doesn't mean they don't still play defense at home. That's what St. Peter's does. That's their bread and butter. For some reason, that stadium up there is a vortex for offense. It's a black hole. You don't get it, okay? It's like a high school gym, and the results are very similar, okay, with the points. It's like first team to 60 wins pretty much every time in that fucking arena. I don't know what it is, but there's never points. And St. Peter's at home still has the clamps, all right? And they're playing a Niagara team that's been an over wagon all freaking season. They've cashed the over in 9 out of their last 10 games. Absolutely ridiculous. The only other one that did not hit was the Marist under that we smacked, okay, about a week ago. That was an insane play that had no chance that somehow ended up hitting coming back from the grave. But have pretty good luck taking these Niagara totals, Javon. And I thought this one seemed just a hair fishy. These guys played a while ago at the very beginning of the season when they're still finding their identities, a lot of new moving parts and pieces for both these squads. So a ton has changed since the beginning of the season for these teams as we get down the stretch here. I mean, they try to figure out their identity and who's, playing the most minutes in these rotations. They've had that figured out now, and these teams have settled in and established some sort of identity. All right, Niagara's identity is jacket shots, and as of this point, it's worked. Okay, St. Peter's, their identity is still defense. All right, that's not going to change. And with this game now at St. Peter's, everything changes with the game script, the game style, and they are going to slow this game down and slow Niagara down and take them out of their comfort zone. All right, Niagara's not going to have the comfort of shooting at home anymore, where they've been unbelievable, and now they go on the road just like they did in that Marist game, and this game's also going to go under. The total's low. All right, that first matchup that I talked about, Javon, it's soared over. All right, there was 140 points, if not more, in that game. I'm looking at it right now. But this total is still, it's not at 140. It's not at 145. It's at 133 and dropping. Okay, give me the under in this game. St. Peter's, their defense is really good, and they can't fucking score to save their life anyway. So continue to bet against Niagara shooting, and we got to see some regression coming soon from them. They're not this good. Their offense isn't, at least, and St. Peter's can't score anyways. Give me the under.
Sure. I'm in.
W's. I'll loop it around. All right, because you did 2 already.
Go ahead.
Let me take you to Atlanta. Plus 3.5. Javon, I'm curious on your opinions here. This could be fake sharp, maybe. This could be Pacers vibes a little bit, where the Hawks end up losing by 5, but I'll take my chances. All right, give me the Hawks. Give me the worst team ATS in NBA history over the last 30 years, who really has not picked it up much, except for the last couple of games they've played in. They've showed maybe a pulse on the heart monitor. They're not alive yet, though. They're not out of the grave. They have won their last 2 games in a row. Maybe the Hawks are turning their season around here. And we all know the Hawks play very, very well against the Suns. They've beaten them 4 of the last times outright where they played against them. For some reason, Trae Young and co., they have the Suns number, okay? And the Suns are very, very, very overrated. The Suns are coming in off that big win against Brooklyn, where KD is now walking in feeling good, high and mighty after beating his old squad again. And before that, they just beat the Heat. So it looked like the Suns are getting back on track. I wouldn't be surprised if the hungrier team here, in what we can all agree with is a very short spread for the Hawks, wouldn't be surprised if they catch them sleeping at all. We know Atlanta can put up points at home like it's nothing, okay? We've seen Trae Young do it already this season. We need more consistency, and we need to see it tonight at home against a really good Suns team that's still a little overrated, in my opinion. Give me the points.
Sure. And then I guess while we're talking about this game, I can skip and then go back to the Warriors. But I'm taking Capella not over his assists, obviously. I'm taking him over rebounds, partially because when they've faced these teams that feel very uncomfortable against, the Hawks, because they're going to speed them up and play a little up-tempo spot, like especially when there's multiple options, they I mean, he's been feasting, especially when you have a matchup inside like Nurkic, who he's going to grub against pretty non-physical and undersized centers. Clint Capela's not that. So, like, I think you're going to get a lot of shooting on the outside for the Suns because that's how they're going to have to try and win this game. But it's a big contrast in style. Like, obviously, everybody knows how fast the Hawks play. The Suns are quite the opposite, 6th lowest in pace in the NBA. So there's going to be a lot of perimeter shooting, not a game script that they're exactly familiar with on the road here, especially in Atlanta, which even though they've been pretty terrible ATS, it's been a really weird place to play for a lot of teams this season, at least for parts of the game. So I think on the boards, he absolutely dominates Nurkic tonight, and it's going to be because there's a lot of weird offense coming from the Suns today. So I do like the Hawks, and I do like Capela to dominate. So I'm with that. And then I'm also taking the Warriors tonight, which I don't know. Yeah, I mean, call it square, call whatever you want. But another one that I'll probably wait to lock in because it has been a pretty decent line move. So I want to make sure I'm not buying bad news with that. But we do have a Grizzlies team coming in off a back-to-back. So that's probably the square angle of it. And I don't know if you've caught a glimpse of the Grizzlies starting 5, but it's awful because of all the injuries they've been dealing with. I mean, you're getting Jaren Jackson Jr. and pretty much everybody else. Vince Williams is like everybody's favorite prop every single day for the Grizz just because they have nobody else. They got John Conchard. Scottie Pippen was starting for them yesterday. Scottie Pippen Jr.
No way Scottie Pippen Jr. was getting started.
Yeah, and then Santi Aldama. So, like, yeah. So, I mean, the Grizzlies, like, when they've been able to play teams that are very, I don't know, they have a presence inside. Obviously, like Jaren Jackson has a huge matchup advantage there, which is like last night with no Evan Mobley, taking Jared Allen out of the paint helped them keep that game close for a majority of it. We all know the Warriors aren't exactly that. With Kuminga in there, with Draymond Green in there, they're very switchable, they're very versatile on defense. So, like, it's going to have to be Jaren Jackson going bow for bow with whoever's going to match up with him on the outside. It's a lot less of a disadvantage for the Warriors in this game than we've seen from a lot of the better matchups for pretty much the Grizz. And we did just see this game did kind of just happen. It's a little different because I think Kuminga and Draymond didn't play in that game, but the Grizzlies did beat them by, I believe, almost double digits in that game. So now we're coming back with them off a back-to-back. Obviously, the matchup's a little different because the Warriors are a little healthier now. I just feel like this is a big Warriors get-right spot. So keep an eye on the line and make sure there's no massive injuries.
Dude, I need to get up there and see a basketball game in MSG so bad. So bad. Bucket list. Have you gotten in there? Boots on grounds? Okay. Dude, I've just heard it's different, especially for college basketball. Like, any college basketball hard hat will tell you, oh, no, you have to go for college basketball, not for Knicks game.
Yeah,
like,
that is what I've heard.
Makes sense.
That is what I've heard.
That is what I've heard. People are talking. Maybe Dead Larry Bird, our local resident sharp, can let us know in chat if he's been a CBB game in there. But I need to get in there. I need to go check that place out. I've heard it's an unbelievable viewing experience for basketball. Sure. Go tomorrow. St. John's winning outright. I got shit to do, Jedris. You want to go up to the Mount, though? Oh, they play tonight. We'll have to talk about that game too, Jedris. All right, my local Mount shop. Fade them today?
Yeah.
Dudes. Yeah, honestly, probably. Maris probably going to win that game. All right. Let me take you to my prize pick square because Javon has already completed his 5-piece over there. Hold the fry. Kenon Blackshear. Very familiar name that you guys know and love, hopefully. Maybe not after he's cost his coins this year, but Kenon Blackshear has a matchup tonight against a San Jose State team who he is going to look like LeBron against. San Jose State is tiny. San Jose State, the guys guarding Kenon have no business staying on him whatsoever. And the chart looks great. They are in a must-win spot with a higher total than I expected in this game. So it's W game script for Nevada coming off some bad losses. They got to get right against the San Jose State team. And I think San Jose State and Nevada might soar over this total, to be completely honest with you. I almost put the over on my best bets card. I'm loving points in this game, and it's going to be Blackshear, not Lucas. I love seeing 2 other Nevada guys up for 3-point squares. Those shits aren't hitting. They look way too easy, and that's a good sign for Blackshear. I think they're going to have to thrive with Blackshear running the offense and getting to the rack, getting fouled with free throws, and that's exactly what happened the last time he played these guys last season. He got to the rack, he hit his free throws, and he soared over 15.5 points. That's what he's going to do again tonight when the team needs him most. This is who they go to, not Lucas. They go to Blackshear. Okay, he is their glue guy. He is their winner, and tonight he's going to be their best player on the team. All right, take his points. He's dropping 20. 10 of them might be free throws. Okay,
It might be
patient. Be patient. He's about to go off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Awesome.
kind of in. I'm definitely in on Nevada. I will say though, like for the 3-point squares, they just got destroyed by New Mexico and shot 4 for 17 from 3 in that game.
Oof. Well, the reason why I said that they're cake is because every time I try to take a 3-point square or any 3-point square that I like for CBD, ends up not even being close to hitting.
Oh yeah, I know. Those are not my.
Like I should go in and literally
not my
fade.
favorite to take at all.
I should go in and see what I like for the 3-point squares in college and fade them, put them in an entry, and I could retire. Literally.
Yeah. This is, I mean, San Jose State is one of the worst 3-point defenses in college basketball, too. So if anybody's going to bounce back, I mean, maybe we get a stray Blackshear 3. That would be huge. Doesn't shoot very often. Those don't grow on trees at all.
Now.
Yeah, not at all.
Every time I watch a Nevada game, the announcer's like, when he shoots 3, he's like, "Oh, he doesn't do that often."
Yeah,
they like get scared for a second.
I'll never forget earlier this season when a commentator compared him to LeBron.
That's crazy.
I'll never forget it. That guy probably should have gotten fired for that.
Probably should have.
What about this one?
What? Because he's big, because he's big and muscular, and because he sprints to the hoop and gets fouled. Like, is that the most lazy comp of all time? How are you comparing Blackshear, who can't fucking shoot a basketball respectfully, to LeBron James? That's a little too far. And I'm a Blackshear guy. I might be Blackshear's biggest fan. Biased. His brother played on BT. He was a fucking beast. Great kid. And actually, their sister plays at some really good college too. I forget where, but they're just a bunch of buckets. Good kid, good family, and he's going to take care and respect coins tonight. And Nick Davidson's probably not hitting a 3 because I wanted to take that. And every time I like a square over there in that category, it is cake. Okay. It's cake.
Lucas, it is.
Happy Friday, gang. How we doing? Lancer, we're chilling, brother. We're chilling. Corbin Burns, you are a Baltimore Oriole. I can't believe this is my life. W props and chops. W name. W comments. Sure.
Goddamn.
I know Goose is hype.
Yeah, he didn't waste.
Earlier today,
I don't know if I said this, but he didn't waste no time. Like he put the Orioles in his Twitter bio like 15 minutes after.
Well, he's wanted out in Milwaukee for years. Everyone's known that. So he was definitely hyped to becoming. I mean, might be the most excited person ever to come to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that.
I mean, other than me, but
other than Goose. I am Checks coming in with a sub bang. Let's go. Come on. And we got Jake coming in, resubbing for 12 months as well. Happy 1 year, Beast. Love to see that. Okay. Blackshear, you're in?
Yes, I'm in.
What are you looking at over there, huh?
I was looking to confirm.
What are you licking your lips about
this, bro? They're 2.5-point dogs in the fog.
There's no way my man just licked his lips looking at that line like he was looking at a wing nuts.
I mean, licking what's the Pat Bev meme? Licking my chops.
You literally just licked your chops in front of 600 people.
When's the last time Kansas has been a dog at the Fog?
Well, with the way they've been playing recently, they probably deserve it.
They do, but Houston also can't get a win on the road. So I mean, it's not like they're that much better. They finally looked like a little better on the road, but like they've been struggling too.
Underdog at home.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In the Fog, they are dogs.
Huh. And it's not like that Iowa State game was their last loss. They bounced back nicely with a 30-point win against OK State. When is the last time they've been a dog at home? I would love to know that stat. It has to be years.
Somebody do that research, man.
It has to be years. Not 66.5 wins. Dilly, put 5 units on the under for me, will you? Will you? That might be the best look for MLB season futures, and we'll save that for the pot. Okay. The Nats, respectfully, aren't sniffing 66 wins. Okay. Last year was awesome. It was an anomaly down the stretch. It was cool. They played their fucking asses off just so Davey Martinez would get fired. I'm still pissed because I wish he did. And they're going to regress back to where they should be this season. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's get back to biz. All right. We've got college basketball games to talk about. We have a loaded college basketball slate, Javon. Why don't we hop into it and go over these puppies real quick? Not too many games. Shouldn't take too long. And then maybe we can take a peep at some of these games tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, I think the lines are starting to flow in.
The lines are trickling in. Right. Good. Let's take a look at the games for today first and see if we can find the people some winners. All right. Before we dive into the cards, might as well do the worst thing I saw today. All right, didn't do it at the intro for the first time today, but I cannot believe the amount of people who wagered coins yesterday because it was Tominaga's birthday. Guys, I promise you the effort level Tominaga is going to give you on his birthday is the same as it is at any other game, because these guys to be in this position are wired differently. And it's not like he's waking up and saying, oh, it's my birthday, I'm going to try extra hard and play extra good today. If anything, we need to fade that narrative, okay? And to be completely honest with you, I would not have given this square out if I knew that it was his birthday. Maybe I have to start doing birthday checks when I'm locking in fucking Prize Pick squares. If that's something I got to do, I guess I will. Shit. But you know what, Javon? As soon as I saw this on Surgical Stream, as soon as I saw 100 tweets just like this yesterday saying, it's Tominaga's birthday, I'm taking his more than points. It's Tominaga's birthday, I'm taking Nebraska. We got out with a lucky win on that second one on the ladder there, guys. Be thankful. But Tominaga, the only reason they won that game is because he got benched. And trust me, guys, I had $1,000 on an entry with his points in it. Okay, I'm not going to act like I told you guys not to take him. I told you guys to take it. Okay, but as soon as I found out it was his birthday, it was cake. And then I go on Twitter after Surge, Javon, and I see 700 of the same tweets. All this, I knew we were fucked. We had no chance. Gosh, and thank God they benched Tominaga respectfully, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have went on that legacy 2015 Warriors run where they turned into the best team in college basketball and came back and won. That was insane. Did they have some help from the refs? You're goddamn right they did. You're goddamn right they had some help from the refs. But you know what? Tominaga, as soon as he got benched, this team went nuclear. Absolutely nuclear. Not good. Hopefully Tominaga turns it around. He has been in a crazy shooting slump recently. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he looks a little broken there in that image. I don't know. Kind of weird. Good bit. All right. Get this guy off my screen. He had 2 points yesterday. Bozo. Unbelievable. Javon, Buffalo. You've already pitched it. You've already sold it. Let's move. Ohio State.
8.
Yeah, it's down to 8. Great sign there. Ohio State. +5. I'm not doing it. So you should. I'm telling you right now, take it. Lock it in.
I kind of told myself that I was going to do it. Just because
everybody
I knew this was your last straw. And
I already did it.
No, you didn't.
So I did. Because Mikey was talking about it on TMA.
Yes, he was.
And he really did sell me on it.
Good.
So I took it.
Well, you know what, Gates? That might just be a winner, because I am done backing Ohio State.
I'm not
They might be the biggest joke in the Power 5. What a waste. What a waste of talent. What a waste of energy. What a waste of the fans' time. What a waste of Ohio State's coins paying Holtman. What a waste. What a waste of my time. Seriously, this Ohio State team is a fucking joke. Ladies and gents, lock in your bets right now while I keep chirping them. They are a joke. They are. And they're not going to come close to sniffing a win. And they're going to burn everybody who's on them once again today, because they stink. And they're one of those teams that just needs to be put off to the side. Plain and simple. Go ahead and lock them in, folks. Lock in those plays.
I'm gonna do it knowing that it's a loser, but it's something that I just have to do.
You might have to put that in for your king of the board play, and that might make the world explode.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the heart for
that. Oh, man. -5 is a steep play. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty big spread, I guess. I mean, Ohio State's been getting mad line respect recently, but it's not like they've deserved any more of it. And their opponent, Iowa, has been playing much better. So not surprised to see him up to 5.5 or at 5.5. Right?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I don't think the line's weird.
Okay. Down to 5 though on Greenbook. Huh. Okay. St. Bonnie's and Dayton. You think Dayton bounces back with a big-time win against fraudulent Bonaventure or what?
Yeah, I kind of lean that way. I don't really want to get involved with Dayton because I feel like I've already exhausted my one square-up spot with them. But, I mean, I would love to get involved with a square under for taking a square side in this game. I mean, I think they're going to be so physical on both sides of the ball in this game that it's going to be a rock fight for parts of the game. It's like I wouldn't mind if we're taking a square angle in this game. I wouldn't mind it being that.
Now Dayton doesn't like to run, do they?
No, they don't.
Good, because St. Bonaventure can run tempo if they want to. They can slow it down. They pretty much just play with whatever their opponent does.
They play to their opponent, yeah.
We've seen this team hang with St. Joe's and put up some points and cash the over in that game. We've seen them, slow down with VCU and only put up, 67 points, right? Like we've seen them play a bunch of different styles. They're very versatile, I guess you could call them, which is a good thing to be in college basketball. And that's probably why the Bonnies are always pretty damn good. They've got a really good coach and a really good system. But that doesn't mean I want to play them today against Dayton. You kidding me? I want nothing to do with that. Dayton already had their bad loss of the month against Richmond the other day. I doubt they get another one at home against the Bonnies, who are a public darling. No thanks. My favorite play in this game is Dayton with the spread. I would lay it with them. Sure. I'm tired of fading them. Straight up. You like the under in that game? W's. Cornell, Dartmouth. I got nothing there.
No. Nothing.
Give me Manhattan. Hate seeing that they're at minus 112, but give me Manhattan. Give me Yale. Like we already sold, chat. Give me Yale against the wagon Princeton as -3 favorites at home. Penn Brown. Nothing there.
No.
Okay. Want to talk about the Mount? Can we?
Can we?
Talk about the Mount?
What do you got?
Dude, what's up with that spread, man?
You tell me.
Well, I'll give you a breakdown of what's going on in this game because I'm already obviously tapped in. It's the Mount.
I know your ball's deep in this game already.
I'm already tapped. So these guys already played this season. The Mount absolutely, they skull fucked. Plain and simple. That's the best way to describe it. They skull fucked. All right. They absolutely clamped up like the Mount does with that fake UVA defense. And they absolutely destroyed them. They beat them 65-48 only a few weeks ago. Now we turn around and we see Marist as a favorite. Well, they probably should be because the Mount has not been able to put a ball in the basket for the last 2 weeks. It's been embarrassing. LaFleur, wake up. Montgomery, wake up. These two guards are studs, and they are not doing their jobs. Okay? They need to get going. Maybe they can against Marist today. I'm not going to be playing the Mounts when they are now plus chick against a team that they've already beaten by almost 20 points this year. Buzz likes the Mounts. But I will say, if you take that game out that they've already played, I'd be interested in the Mounts because they should not be today plus 2.5 point dogs to anybody. Not Marist, not no one. Okay? They should be plus 10 because they haven't put a ball in a hoop in a month. All right? They've been playing terrible, but they're not this bad. I promise you that. Not saying they get right against Marist, but gun to my head, I'm taking them out.
Yeah, gun to my head, I will definitely take Marist. The problem is, the one reason I probably won't bet it is because in that first game, it wasn't just like a great shooting performance. It wasn't just like a great defensive performance from the Mount or anything. They dominated the boards. So Marist is already a decently small team. They get dominated on the boards by a lot of teams in that conference, but 38-21 for a Mount team that really this season hasn't done anything near that, and there's no personnel changes necessarily going into this game. That scares the shit out of me because that is, especially in a low total game, a recipe for extra chances, second buckets, whatever you want to call it. So in a game that every possession is going to matter, I'm a little concerned in that area. But I still do lean Marist, and I wouldn't take the Mount in this game.
Should be a good look after they're coming off a 80-71 outright win as dogs against Canisius.
Yeah, could be.
Should be a good look, right?
Yeah.
These teams are almost identical. Their style, the way they play. It's slow, great defenses. First team to 60 wins. I can't believe there were that amount of points from the Mounts in that first contest. And Marist obviously did their job in that first one by only putting up 48.
48.
And that game still went under because of that. But I wouldn't even mind another freaking under in this game either. These two teams, they win with defense. They don't score. They don't have the facilities to score. They don't have the guys. They don't have the bodies. And they have built their teams accordingly. And they play accordingly. They play with defense. I'd be shocked if the Mount scores 65 points again. And I think this game probably does go under 128.5.
I agree.
All right. Let's power through a couple more of these, and then we're going to spend some more time talking about some other props and maybe some plays for tomorrow in CBB because these today stink. All right. But we want to make sure we give you guys some winners. All right. Even if they're Ivy League, even if they're, Mount St. Mary's money line for 10 units, whatever it is, we want to make sure we give you guys plays for today. All right. Columbia, Harvard. We already went over St. Pete's and Niagara. I like that under, guys. Anything in Harvard? Anything in Iona?
I'm good on any of these games on the screen.
All of them? What about late night?
Late night. I mean, I guess Butler Creighton is technically later.
Later night.
Any thoughts in that game? It just feels like it almost feels. I know Butler is not nearly as good as their record would indicate, I would argue, but feels almost too sharp. Take Creighton.
Yeah, but Butler's been on fuego too.
They have, but
and Creighton
I mean,
hasn't covered since Nam.
just
I'm
feels-
out on Creighton now. I don't bet
feels
them
too
anymore.
easy.
I'm not
I mean,
betting
like,
Creighton.
Butler's been on fire against, I don't know, weird game against Villanova, but other than that, Georgetown, DePaul, and then losses against Xavier, Seton Hall, and then obviously the big Marquette win. So, like, I don't know if it's just me in my head. I'm not really, that doesn't move the needle for me as far as Butler goes.
Okay.
A couple good wins there.
Lembong, I agree, but the problem is they've been in this spot before and they have not come close to covering. They've even lost some of these games outright. Like the books just keep laying it with them and people keep betting them. That's the worst part. And they keep losing, not only on the spread, but also outright sometimes. This Creighton team is all over the place. Keep them to the sides. No need to bet this game tonight.
Yeah. I mean, this, and my gut just tells me, looking at this game, this is going to come down to the wire. So, like, it's not a spot where I'd want to get involved with Creighton. Butler,
could this be a rare over in CBB today that we like? Could this be a rare over?
Could be. Certainly could
Totals up from 146 to 147.5, 148, depends on where you look. 147 here too. There's got to be points in this game, huh? Especially if you think Butler covers or keeps it close.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, they need to score in this game to stay in it, or at least keep it within double digits. So I would not mind that.
B Camp with a crazy contrarian under. Undisclosed units on this under B Camp. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right. Toledo, Akron. I got nothing in that game, but we could talk about San Jose State and Nevada real quick. Talk about a big-time spread in this game. I wouldn't say they deserve it at all. I mean, I'm not saying San Jose State is good. They've lost 4 games in a row as well, but Nevada's lost 4 of the last 5, Javon. They have been bad. Bad. They just lost 89-55 to the Lobos. That's embarrassing. And that's the exact team I want to be betting on. I'm thinking about laying it with Nevada on the spread. What do you think?
So am I. Same reason we were talking about the prize pick squares in this game. They just shot like shit in that game where they got absolutely pummeled by New Mexico. They shot like shit from 3, and one of the worst 3-point defenses in college basketball is strolling in on the road playing Nevada. So, I mean, couldn't be a better bounce back spot if they can just figure out how to put the ball into the baskets. And like you said, I mean, Blackshear is a great matchup too, and he really doesn't have to even do anything from 3 if he doesn't want to. So I'm kind of with you.
Okay. Yep. Let's lay it with Nevada tonight. I'm in. They're going to win this game by 20. All right. Revenge tour for the Wolfpack starts tonight. All right. Don't give up on it. Now is when you buy stock in Nevada. It's not going to get any lower than this. All right. If you want to take a future on this team, right now is your time. I'm going to get one in myself. Final Four Nevada future. I'm going to lock that in later today.
Next couple games they have up.
Who they got?
At Utah State, then at home against San Diego State and New Mexico.
Oy, oy, oy. Make or break. Week and a half for the boys. My goodness. That is a rough schedule.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wait to see how those games play out for a future, huh?
Just maybe. Okay.
Too soft in the paint, in my opinion. Yeah, they are soft.
Yeah. At least wait until, Tuesdays when they have the road game at Utah State. They'll probably win.
You know what's about to happen is boring old San Diego State's just going to get super hot down the stretch and win this fucking conference.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's going to be a Coach Dutch masterclass. All right. Let's move. Let's Grove. Hearing Kansas is plus 2.5 at home tomorrow against Houston. We'll be putting the tuition on Kansas. You were so close, Matty Ice. You read out the bad line, the stinky line, the rat line, the nasty line, right? You read it clear as day. But then you placed the worst bet of all time, brother.
Had me in the first half.
You can't be betting Kansas at plus chick at home when you notice that happening for the first time in your life. Okay? There's a reason Kansas is a dog at home in this spot, and that's because they're going to lose. And because 99% of people think like this. And Maddie, I apologize, dude. You're getting the short end of the stick here. I owe you one. All right. Not personal, just business here. but this is a learning moment. Learning moment. All right? If you see a line that's weird, you should not bet on the fucking square side. It's that simple. Okay? If you see Kansas as a dog at home for the first time in your entire life since you were in diapers, you shouldn't bet on Kansas because maybe they're a dog for a reason. And if you don't understand that by now, you are never going to be a winning bettor. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not talking to anybody in specific. I'm talking to chat. All right? If you don't understand that, you will never be a winning bettor. We're trying to change the mindset here, folks. And I think a lot of you have gotten it. All right? But some of you still need some convincing. And there's only one way to do that, Javon. That's hitting bets. All right?
Only one way.
It's just facts. Like,
who's also
pains
air?
me seeing people say Kansas is the play. It pains me.
You know who's also going to be air tomorrow?
Hmm.
Texas A&M.
You know I'm down.
You know who they play?
Who?
Florida.
Coming off that big win?
Yeah, they just won in Rupp. Not many teams can say that. Now they got to go on the road again. College Station.
Oh, these lines are dropping, folks. These lines are dropping for tomorrow, and they are looking good. I might have 100 bets tomorrow.
Yeah, you see this line too?
Dude, what is going on?
I think that's probably not as weird as it seems.
That's not normal. That's not normal. No.
It's not normal. Tennessee, you think they should be dogs?
I think it's crazy seeing Tennessee as a favorite at Kentucky.
They just lost to Florida.
You know what I'm saying?
Just lost to Florida. Oh.
15-5 Kentucky, who's been the best Kentucky team we've seen in a decade at home. And Tennessee, who's looked fraudulent all season coming off a loss, is a favorite on the road at Rupp Arena. Javon, you're sounding like chat.
Is Kentucky missing guys too, though?
I don't think they're missing guys. Yo.
I'm pretty sure they're missing guys.
There's no way.
Bruh.
There's no way. Showtime.
Tell me they're favorite at home with Tyrese Radford arrested.
I'm going to say something. I probably should. Tyrese Radford got pulled over in Blacksburg, Virginia when I was a student with a gun in his car. It's all public record. Not like I'm breaking any crazy news here. Tyrese Radford left the program after we kept him around and stuck by him and with him and helped him not get in any real trouble. After all that happens and when the fires, simmered out, he left with Buzz Williams. Buzz Williams, everyone knows he's the greatest guy ever. He talks about leadership. He talks about himself. He lies to people and tells them he cares about, other people and stuff and intentions. But at the end of the day, he's a coach just like everyone else, just like Ed Cooley, and he's going to go follow the money. He's going to go where he wants to go. He puts up this facade that he's like a great dude. I've heard enough stories at this point where I know that it's all bullshit from Buzz. And I'm not saying he's a bad coach. He's a great coach. I would love to have him back in Blacksburg, plain and simple. But he puts up this, rep that he's the greatest dude of all time and he's above everyone else and he cares more about character. Buddy, you covered up Tyrese Radford getting pulled over with a gun in Blacksburg. Clearly, you didn't do your job as a person and as a coach, helping this young man grow and learn from his mistakes because he just got arrested again down there when you brought him down to Texas A&M. Hate to hear this. Love Tyrese Radford. Hate to hear this. One of my favorite college basketball players. But I'm calling you out, Buzz Williams. You're a fraud. And you telling people you're better than others and you care more about character than you do wins is absolutely bullshit. It's bullshit.
So this was in December. He was evading the police in College Station. And I guess the friend that was in the passenger seat was live streaming it. And there's footage of it.
Unbelievable.
That's smart.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, attaboy Buzz Williams. You're really a good dude and a great coach and a leader of men. And you really live up to all those words you say about talking about caring about character more than you do wins. You really changed his life. You really taught him how to be better. I blame Buzz. I do. Gosh, man, what a crazy story. I hope he learns from this, and I hope everything's okay, and I don't root against any of these guys. But I do want to know on record, Buzz Williams is a fraud. He is. Yes. All right. We got subbies coming in. We got Natty Nate coming in with a subby W's. We got Def List coming in, dropping a follow. If you guys are in here for the first time, drop a follow, will you? Stay a while and go sub our YouTube page. All right, we're gonna have a pod drop in there in the next couple of days on the Book It Sports YouTube. You're not gonna want to miss it. We're going over the Super Bowl. We're giving you guys winners galore. We had so many winners from the first pod we did, Javon. We got to run that back. So make sure chat subscribes to the YouTube, okay? Because it's going to be dropped on there and obviously where you guys listen to your podcast and shit, okay? Gosh, it was a bike cop chasing him down? There's no way.
I mean, give me a break. What are we doing, dude?
I think maybe the video I saw was a meme, but
Buzz didn't make this guy do any of that. No shit. When did I say he did? All I'm saying is that he's lying through his teeth when he goes up there after every presser and talks about character and talks about caring about that more than wins. It's all BS. If that was the case, he would have made an impact on this young man's life and this mistake wouldn't have happened again. Plain and simple. All right? Tyrese, come on, man. Get your head out of the gutter. Please. Please, Tyrese. Please, Tyrese. I would love to see him back. Love to see him back.
Texas A&M money line.
All right. Any more weird lines for tomorrow? Might as well talk about them now that we're here. There's got to be a couple.
I mean, we can scroll through.
That Tennessee line is crazy. And I don't care what you say. They should not be a favorite at the Rupp Arena.
Well, what's his name is hurt. He didn't play. DJ Wagner did not play against Florida. Neither did Jesse Edwards. Or not Jesse Edwards. Why am I blanking? Justin Edwards.
I mean, yeah, they're 5th and 6th top scorers. I mean, those are key guys.
I mean, DJ Wagner is certainly a key guy, yes.
I know. I mean, it's no Reeves, but yes, those are – I mean, Wagner starts at least. I don't know if Edwards starts every game, but no. I know Wagner does.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Wagner does.
Okay. Well, maybe there's some injury news there, but if there's not, and if one of those two guys returns, I would say that line is absolutely crazy. I would.
We'll see.
What do you think about this one?
UConn.
5.5.
To be honest with you, as well as they're starting to come together and play, and the weird lines we usually see for St. John's, 5.5 feels like a lot.
Trying to pull it up. Seems like a lot of points.
Yeah, for UConn.
I feel like we got to take St. John's, who's lost 4 or 5 games there, only plus 5.5 against the number 1 ranked team in the country. I feel like that spread should have been 10. No?
I mean, Villanova was plus 4.5 against UConn.
Not in MSG.
Also true.
I don't know, man. I feel like that spread is short. UConn gets slurped every game. UConn gets fat spreads every game. UConn doesn't cover, and they're still winning. They're on a crazy win streak right now. They have 2 L's. St. John's has been playing like moose shit. They're coming off a loss to Xavier. They've been playing some good teams recently, but, I mean, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. I don't know. We know UConn plays well at MSG, right? They've got some success there. I mean,
they do.
I think that spread's short, and I want to take St. John's.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree on that one. I will not be taking St. John's in the slightest.
Okay. All right. Curious to see what Chad thinks about that puppy. UConn at MSG should be like 8.5. That's kind of what I was thinking. 7.5, 8.5. Is Naheem Aline back? A VT legend, by the way. I hope so. Love rooting for that kid. People forget he got a ring. Pretty cool. What else, dudes? There's got to be one more weird line up there. One more weird ranked spread ski.
That'll be a good game. Utah State, San Diego State.
That's not Utah State minus 5.5 on the road at San Diego State, is it?
It is.
Bro. What?
No, it's an error. San Diego State's minus 5.5.
Okay. Well, does that mean that Houston is an error as well?
No, Houston is not an error.
Houston's right.
Yeah, Houston might be a nuke piece, folks. That we can agree upon. That's crazy.
Utah tomorrow, John?
Ooh.
Don't got to tell me twice.
Ooh. You know Javon's in.
Dude, go to TCU game, man.
MSU plus 7.5 is a donk.
Just get those two shit teams off my screen.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
What game you want, Javon?
There's a couple that just dropped. Oh, take me to UCF. Oklahoma, so ranked matchup. Because I was planning on betting this anyway. I don't really think the line is anything that I didn't expect, but yeah, I'll be on UCF.
Yeah.
Give me UCF as well. That's my card. I'm in on that. All right. Why don't we hop over? We only got about 15 minutes. We can't be spending all this time talking about tomorrow's games. We still got games for today to cover. Let's go to the NBA really quick. Let's see what we got over there. Already talked about a couple of these games, a couple of these plays. I like the Hawks plus 3.5. I know Javon likes the Golden State Warriors on the spreads, and he likes the over in which game? Houston and Toronto, right?
Houston and Toronto, and then haven't placed it yet, but I'm going to be watching the line, like the over in the Magic game too. Magic T-Wolves, which that's starting to tick back. That's starting to tick back up a little bit too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Still can't wrap my head around Kansas's dogs. Yeah, we might have to take out a loan and put it on Houston, my man. Straight up. Yale today, yes. Is Nevada covering? Yes. Hero pool combo makes no sense to me. I would love to talk about that game because I'm going to be boots on grounds at the Heats and the Wizards, so we can get to that. But why don't you give the people your NBA plays real quick? Give them a one-liner, and then we'll hop to Washington.
Yeah, I mean, quick one-liners. I guess nothing on the screen here, but Rockets over. Or I guess T-Wolves Magic's on there first, up to 212.5. That's kind of buying low on the most obvious under in the slate. I think lowest total on the slate too. After this game sort under the first time, I think the Magic are kind of live. Offense playing better since they've gotten healthier. So it's like pulling teeth, getting points in this game, but I think you're going to get them. Warriors -8. Another one that I have not placed yet. I'll be making sure that there is no crazy injury news because they were like -5 for a while last night. So I'll be looking at that, but did just play as well. Grizzlies beat them with a little different of a starting lineup. Grizzlies are on a back-to-back too. A little tougher of a matchup with Draymond and then Kuminga starting in there, which I assume is the case. So I think they bounce back with a big win. A lot of respect for them on the road too, I think. And then Rockets Raptors over. Just crazy line move on the slate. But we can talk
crazy
about
comments.
To like
crazy
the Wiz.
Comment from my guy.
Dude.
Yeah, you are crazy for liking the Wiz, but I'm sure as hell down to talk about it. Because Arkansas have worse ball handling issues on or off the court. Fruity, unfortunately, I guess, I don't know, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever the hell you think. But that rumor, I feel bad for those players, but that rumor was debunked. Apparently that started on a Mizzou message board. Might have to hit up Nick about that one. Could have been him. Yeah. People spreading rumors like that's not great. Feel bad for those kids.
Nick and Josh started that rumor?
They literally
started Nick and Josh. We might have to have money to see those boys in my office. Yep. Yeah. Are we riding a squad ride in the association? Potentially. You never know.
Okay. Many other options.
Watching the Wiz play my Heat tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True Tyler just sub-bang. Crabs, I'll be boots on ground at the Heat Wiz game too. Let's fucking go, True Tyler. Gosh, I think Ron was messaging me. He might be coming to this game too. I need to check that out and see what he was saying. But either way, section 115. I'll be in that puppy. If you want to come say what's up, beer's on me. Okay. Javon, you want to talk about this Heat and Wizards game? It's your squad. It's my squad. I would love to craft up a prize picks here if you got a couple angles, but I just want to hear what you like, on the books first.
Yeah. I mean, in my heart of hearts, my favorite play in this would probably be the under. I think it's going to be gross, and I think the Wizards might be kind of live. Like, I think there's going to be no in between. Like, I think they either come close to winning this outright or they lose by 30. Not, I guess, the craziest take with the Wizards being involved, but I think it's a really weird game because, like, what Spoelstra does to number one options, and I don't know what the Kuzma tweets and rumors are about. I don't know if you saw that, but unfollowed that shit. Yeah, weird. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is there, and I think he's going to get shut down anyway. Jordan Poole was also really good the first time he played the Heat, so like, while this chart looks super, super weird, I would be cautious because it's not as crazy as it appears. So I just think it's going to be a gross, kind of lower scoring game for this. So I mean, I kind of lean Wizards, but be lying if I take that. And yeah, these
Wow.
are these Hard Rock booster auto fade, bro. They boosted the Celtics ML last night too. I saw that somewhere.
Whoa.
So yeah, Heat to win and Bam 20. Sure.
Huh. Okay, so we could fade Bam. We could start there, I guess.
I don't know if you want to fade Bam.
Looks like Ron is going to this game. Damn. Let's go, Ron. Sure.
Bro, I don't think you want to fade Bam. Looking at this, Crabs.
Dudes.
Yeah, it's also because I think Bagley is questionable still. So
He's
like
out.
if he's out for sure now. So if he doesn't play, you know who's going to play the 5 when it's not
Daniel
Gafford.
Gafford, huh?
No, when it's not Gafford. I'm talking about second unit. Kuzma.
Scala.
Kuzma.
Huh.
They play small ball.
Who's?
Yeah. So that's why I would not fade Bam in the slightest today, if that's the case.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi. All right, I got to respond back to Ron. Ron, if you're coming to the game tonight, brother, I'll be there. I'm going to shoot around too. I want to go film some content in there. My guy's hooking me up. So, section 115, come say what's up. I go see the Wizards and Jordan Poole brick a bunch of shots before the game, and I watch them do it, once it starts as well. Because watching them lose to the Heat is not enough. Okay. But all jokes aside, I mean, I thought this opener was hilarious at 6.5. I know it wasn't there for very long, but that's pretty fucking ridiculous to see the Wizards opening up +6. I don't care if the Heat have lost 9 of their last 10 games. Doesn't matter at all. The Wizards are the worst team in the NBA. They stink. If you just look at the talent on the team, they're atrocious. What were they thinking building this team? I don't know. But it hasn't worked, and they are atrocious. Besides Tyus Young and Kyle Kuzma and Bilal, the rookie, everyone else should not be in the NBA. Plain and simple. And with that being said, give me the Wizards +8 on the spread.
Yep, there you go.
Kuzma in the 5 is crazy. Yeah, it is.
Surely Jimmy Butler gets a steal, right?
Let's go, Goots. It's Jordan Poole bobblehead night, Crabs. No way, Thrasher. Is it actually?
There's no way you're going to get a Jordan Poole bobblehead, bro.
There's no way it's Jordan Poole bobblehead night.
Fade him.
You better have that in the setup if you get that shit.
I mean, if I was the Wizards, I'd be sending those puppies back to China. Straight up.
Crazy.
It's so easy to fade this pitcher.
I mean, he's been, not that this is related to steal, but he's been like super aggressive lately. He's kind of had to. It's like
a lot of his
points are also on the popular chart, popular section.
I bet.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, boys. They have the bobbles out tonight.
Do not get one, dude.
What am I supposed to do? Throw it on the ground and smash it when they hand it to me?
Dude, you should get it and bring it to Vegas and gift it to Trent, dude who's selling the goat well.
Dude, no. Bruh.
Bro, I didn't know it was Jordan Poole bobblehead night. Are you kidding me? Pool party tonight. Sure. You know he's going off on Bobble. Come on.
You know he is.
God, is this a gravestone next to him? It probably should be for his career after he came to Washington. What even is that? I don't know, man. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, it's Black History Month celebration. Sure. Okay.
See, now if Trent doesn't accept the bobblehead, racist.
We're going to ask questions.
People are going to ask questions.
We're going to be asking kids. Yeah, you better accept it. I'm bringing that shit to Vegas.
Yeah.
There it is. That's a fresh looking bobble, bro.
That is kind of a fire.
Okay. Ruby Rose courtside. Rumor has it. She might be. Can we craft up a little prize picks for this game? Obviously, Goots. I'm putting in that Jimmy Butler less than a steal. Are you kidding me? Has to go in there. Javon, you talked about what squares?
What about this puppy?
Say it again, Goots.
Surely Jimmy Butler hits 3, right?
Is that a demon or is that a regular square?
Oh, you can't fade the demons and goblins, Goots.
Oh, that's right. I'm not sure what that is.
Goots, you just ripped my heart
No.
out.
The steel isn't a goblin or anything. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Yes, it
still
is.
says a goblin.
Demon.
Says a
Or
goblin.
it's a goblin, yeah.
If it makes you here, this is interesting because I saw somebody bring this up in chat. A little different now that Rozier's on the team, obviously, but in the first game, Jordan Poole, for whatever reason, I mean, he had 19 points, 3 of 4 from 3, and Tyler Hero was also the leading scorer on the Heat with 24 points, almost a triple-double, 4 threes. There's a combo square out there today with Tyler Hero and Jordan Poole.
I need to acknowledge a smart comment while we're talking about this. Yes. And it's the Hawks plus 3.5 today. Continue.
Yeah, I was just going to say that combo square after what happened the first game is a little strange. 44.5.
Whoa. Huh.
Or 36. Wrong one. Kuzma.
Okay. That's what I was confused. Okay. The Poole and Hero one?
Yeah, Poole and Hero. They
Would
combined.
you rather
for
play that
43.
than play? Would you rather play that more than or play Jordan Poole straight?
I was going to say play that less than.
Oh, you're fading that.
Yeah, they're both tweaking the first game.
Oh, man. On bobblehead night?
On bobblehead night.
Dude.
Could be it.
I mean, that's probably going to hit. It's like fading the birthday angle from last night.
Yeah.
Hero's a red Robbie too. I know. So is Poole. That's why I'm so freaking blown. But it's probably because of how well they played against each other last time they matched up. They're going to bump those numbers up.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the offense is just going to have to run through Jimmy and Bam today for the Heat.
What do you like in this? You like the total at all?
Yeah, I mean, I like the under. I think it's going to be gross.
Okay. All right. Yeah, both these teams have smacked like a million straight unders in a row, Javon. If anybody would sell on their bobblehead night, it's Poole. Yeah, I feel like this is a free square.
So Poole.
Free fade.
We could just fade Poole and take Bam. Could be the move.
Huh. But Bam's in that boost.
Yeah, but maybe they just lose.
It's not the only thing in the boost.
Yeah. Wizards win. Bam drops 20.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I got to get in the lab for this game because there was way too many angles there, and I have not narrowed it down, but we will.
Yeah.
We will. All right. Goots, let's go ahead and hop over. All right. We don't have time to do the DK Taylor Swift odds. Oh, God, here they are. You already pulled them up before I could get away from them. All right, let's take a look at the Taylor Swift Swiftie odds. I mean, the fucking sport is ruined. It's going to shit. This is so beat.
Dude, if you take any of these from, except for maybe the Purdy first one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like I don't have to say this, but I will. And if you don't already know this, you need to get smarter. But please don't take any Taylor Swift or Chiefs, to do good things, backing props in any of these angles. And it looks like you could only take yes, which is complete bullshit, and that should not be allowed. And that's not how typical sports books work, and that's a scam, and they really shouldn't be allowed to do that. And I think that's absolute horseshit that you can't fade these, and now I'm blown. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these. How you get the girl. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown in each half. Like, if you read that and you lock that in, you are the worst bettor in the history of Earth out of 8 billion people. Out of 8 billion. People who don't even know what sports betting is, people who can't even speak or think are smarter than you.
Dude, like, what are we
San Francisco 49ers to score 40-plus points. 3-teamer, Chiefs, Kelce MVP, marriage proposal after win. Yeah, let's make it a 4-piece and put me jumping off the ledge as the last leg. Okay? Like, I'm so done with this shit, man. It is ruined the sports. Now I'm getting pestered about questions about the Chiefs from people, and I don't want to be talking about that. I want to be talking about the game. They're panning over the fucking Taylor Swift in the box, and she's literally mouthing, go away. Like, she doesn't want this either, but the NFL is just milking the living crap out of Taylor Swift, and they've made over $400 million already, and they're probably going to make double that from just the Super Bowl, and panning to her just standing there minding her own business. It's fucking annoying. It's annoying. I'm tired of seeing all this Taylor Swift bullshit. Maybe I'm a little mad because now these tickets cost way too much, and now I can't go to the ball. Maybe that's it.
Everyone in chat saying to leave it alone. You're the problem.
Dude, it's shoved in our faces every day. It's like, what are we
How
gonna
am I
do?
the problem, dudes? Wow, I didn't know that everybody was Swiftie in here. And I don't like her music at all, by the way. I think it's terrible. It's garbage, and people only say they like it because they want to be included in the group. I think her new music stinks. Friendship bracelets. Travis Kelce or Kyle Juszczyk to score the first touchdown. Yes. Yeah, that should hit, right? Is that the first one that pops up on the screen, Goots?
No, I
You
think
gotta
we're
be kidding me,
couple
dudes.
deep.
I feel like your takes are just straight hate for no reason.
Dude, I'm
I
tired.
feel
of
like you can make that argument about Judge.
Playing the games. NFL is supposed to be where you get away from that stuff. NFL is where you don't have to hear about politics or celebrities or drama or gossip. And now it's ruined.
I mean, it's not
Okay,
her
go to the Super
fault. It's the fucking league's fault.
Did I ever say that it was her fault?
No.
I literally just said word for word that it's the NFL's fault and they're milking her for everything they can.
Yeah.
It's not Taylor Swift's fault. She got caught mouthing on the TV to the camera saying, go away. She doesn't want this happening.
No.
It's not her. It's the NFL. It's fucking annoying. They're ruining the sport.
How about you lock in and give us a winning squad right now?
We're going to try. We're going to try.
When the playoffs were starting, I did say the NFL wants Kelce and Taylor Swift on a confetti on the field.
Dude, I mean,
I spoke.
We might have to go back and clip that.
Yeah.
Straight up. We might have to go back and clip that. All right. Let's move. Let's groove, Goots. We're on that train. All right. All right. Let's dive into the slate today because I guess it's everyone else's show and not ours, and we work our butts off and we can't talk about stuff we want to. All right. Let's talk about some plays for today. All right. Let's go into the NBA. I feel like we got to take the Hawks plus 3.5.
Sure.
Probably my favorite angle.
Yeah.
What are you liking the best? Are you liking that Golden State spreads? Are you liking one of these overs? What are we thinking?
I'd say both the overs. The Rockets Raptors over 231.5 and Magic T-Wolves over 212.5 now. Those are my favorite two.
Rockets Raptors over. And what was the second one?
T-Wolves Magic, gross pull your teeth out over.
Okay. Are you good with Cutes run that train is wild? Yeah, it kind of is the more I think about it. What about the Atlanta Hawks? Are you good with them?
Yeah.
Cool. ATL plus 3.5. Surely the worst team ATS gets blown out against the Suns and Kevin Durant coming off of 2 big wins, right?
Sure.
I bet.
Surely.
I bet. All right, bro. What else? Let's go some college. Some CBB plays.
Yeah, you can take the reins there. Can't say I'm in love with much on the CBB slate. Trent Crabbe going box rumors. Yeah, I'm definitely
Nevada. Minus 11.5.
Texas plus 5.5 tomorrow.
Ooh.
Same
Frogs
spread
are laying
as
5.5.
Yeah, same exact spread as the Texas Tech game they just covered, right?
Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me you guys are at least going.
I think so. I think I've got Trent definitely wants to go now because the whole Thunder team might be there.
No way. Oh, you were talking about that on Surge yesterday. That'd be sick. Okay. Sure. All right, we've got Rockets Raptors over. We've got T-Wolves Magic over. We've got Atlanta plus 3.5. Nevada spreads. I like Yale the best. What's your favorite play remaining that's not in there?
I mean, can't say I'm really sold on anything else, but it would probably be either the Warriors or Buffalo. But you feel a little more convinced on Yale, I would say.
I like Yale. I do. Let's put Yale minus 3 in there. Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. You have 1 minute to lock in the squad ride votes. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter, that ain't no problem. But if you want a better viewing experience or if you want to vote for the squad rides, come over to Book It Sports on Twitch and lock in your vote. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Go, 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 go. Get your votes in. All right? Want to see 100 Berg for the winner. Okay? The squad rides keep on printing. We got to lock in more on our best bets. We got to lock in more on the prize picks for the weekend, Javon, and give the people some winners. But the squad rides are doing their jobs. All right, 17, 7, and 1 in the new year, let's make it 18-7-1. Why not us?
Sure.
Okay. Why not us? It looks like we've got one play running away with it. It is the Rockets and Raptors over. That ain't no problem. Okay. Seems like the chat might want to go back to the association for a squad ride tonight. And can you blame them? I can't.
Yeah, can't blame them today.
Can't blame them one bit. All right, chat. Looking like we're going up to Toronto for a little over tonight, over 231.5. Okay, Javon. Pod for the Super Bowl will be dropping early next week, chat. We will have BTL early on next week before we head to Vegas for the bowl. Okay. But schedule moves on normal until you guys hear differently. Okay. Stick around for the Surge stream. Trent's got winners galore for you. Rumor has it he full faded the Fugazi 5. Let's see how he bounces back to that. All right. Let's see how he does it. We'll catch you tomorrow.